Hi guys, and welcome back to Lauren the Solution Live. If you are new to my channel, we try to reach aspiring entrepreneurs who are on the same journey as us and see if we can help you. We talk about wins, losses, and how you may overcome them. Before we do get started with our next guest, I want to shout out our sponsor, Apex Podcasting Solution, which is the wonderful studio that we are in today. So if you do have a podcasting career or dream, you can start with Apex Podcasting Solution. Your vision is our expertise. Now today on Lauren the Solution Live, I am sitting down with G Green from 7 Green. Hey. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So for those of us who don't know who G Green is and what 7 Green is, do you want to tell the people?
Absolutely. Okay, so where do we start? Myself, I'm born in Chicago, running around the city doing a lot of different things, just like so many other creatives here. Mm-hmm. Found art as a beautiful opportunity for me. Actually, it was my first love, but I got into a lot of things going on in the city and found my way back to my first love and just wanted to create life work around creating bridges into the art space so people can see the value in it, because so many of us, especially ones from this city, may have that same love but not realize the opportunities that they can have within the art space. So I want to make it my life work to make sure that we created that bridge into the art space. So everything that I do is about inspiring others and, letting everybody know that you can be great artists and,
That's right, and prevail.
Absolutely.
So what part of Chicago are you from?
It's a loaded question.
South
right?
side, west side,
Well,
east side?
I started in Maywood, number one. And then, of course, it kind of went all over the place. I got history all over the place, man. Out west, of course, 290. Over east, though,
290.
Hundreds. Like, man, all over the city, I got friends and family. And just, I lived a lot of different places around the city and just got a lot of history from running around outside.
Okay, so you seem well versed in Chicago, right? Because you 299.
Yeah, you better know that. Better know that.
So with those environments that you did grow up in, which environment helped shape you the most to become G Green?
I think it was all of it, right? Because in the city, like most cities, you have people that stay within their small routine, their small circumference, and they don't go outside of that. But there's a special group of guys and girls who go all across, and there's a lot fewer of them. And so when you start seeing each other, you able to identify similarities between you and them, and y'all start bumping into each other all at the same types of places. And I think for me, like, I bounced around a lot, right? I grew up between Chicago and Texas. I don't know if a lot of people really know that about my history, but Texas really like second home too. So the beginning of my life was West Side, but then when I came back, I was rooted in the South, out South. So I didn't really know much about that, so I had to kind of find my way and figure that out. And I made a lot of connections there and started moving around across the city. So I think all of it created what I am today. So
That's dope.
yeah.
So Texas. Now, Texas and Chicago, a lot of us migrating there now, but that's kind of where you were in between with starting, right?
Yeah.
So how was that, like, the difference between Texas and Chicago and you just finding your niche, right? Because that's a big difference, Chicago versus Texas.
It is, and I think back in those times, I wasn't trying to find a niche. I was a young kid rebelling and mad that I'm here.
Right.
And I didn't value it until much later. So I took a lot of things that I was into here and went there and found ways to do it there, and probably in a much bigger way. So Texas, what I love about Texas is it forced me to learn new routines, because I was somewhere I had never been. I was out of my depth, and I didn't know where anything was. So because of that, I had to explore everything. And so when I moved back to Chicago, I was under that same state of mind, the same thinking, the same approach. So I want to go to every neighborhood. I want to go over here. I want to go downtown. I want to see what's happening here and discover the city and all the parts of it and the people that's doing things in it. So I took that approach, and it made me grow a million times more just because of that.
That's dope. So I just heard you refer to yourself as a creator versus an artist. So why do you refer to yourself as more of a creator than an artist? Or do you equally think?
I think we all are artists. I think, I think we all have an ability to create something that didn't exist before, and I think that's the best thing that we could do. We all made in the image of the grand creator, so why not create? But I think that there's, you're both. I think there's art in everything, no matter if you're an accountant. There's you're doing taxes. You could just have a tax lady, or you could have like a tax strategist. You know, somebody. So it's all in how you view yourself. But I think we all are artists, and we all create.
Okay. So what was the moment you realized that being a creator or artist wasn't just a hobby for you?
Man, it's crazy. So I want to say like 2011. This building that I'm sure a lot of people know about now, but it's called Lacuna, right?
Yep.
It was a artist loft space, and it was a mad zoo at that time. A lot of dope people that's doing things out of the city. We was all there at that same time. And I just remember during this time I was making a strong transition out of what I was into and trying to figure out something different, because I was kind of forced into that because of, I mean, we call it what it is. The streets is, there's some pressure coming down, and some investigations happening, and all kind of stuff going on. So it's like, man, let me switch it up. And so I was having a talk with my cousin, and he's like, man, cuz you the guy that can figure some things out for us. Make sure that you can create something that we can get into when we get past all of this. Right. And so I just started trying to figure things out, and coming to this building, I felt like I was seeing people that hadn't been through a fraction of what I've been through, and they just out here living and happy. I'm like, wait, you ain't working a job? That was literally my first time hearing the term creative. I'm like, you just living and just create this is just what you do all day? I'm like, I could do that. If you could do it, I know I could do it. I know I could kill at it too, matter of fact. Yep. And so seeing that and being, inspired by so many people that was doing really cool things, and just seeing how I could assert myself into the mix of all of this creativity going on. That right there was the moment where I felt like, yeah, this is what I need to be doing, and full time.
And take it serious.
Absolutely. Everything I do, got to take it serious. I always been like that, though.
That's good. That's a good trait to have.
Yeah, for sure, while we playing.
Right. We don't have that much time to wait. We don't have no time to waste. So who was one of the people that inspired you to say, okay, I need to take being an artist serious? Like, because like you said, you see people like, oh, you doing that? Oh, well, look what I could do. I know I could do that.
I'm inspired by the people that I'm around, mainly. It ain't like some figure that a bunch of people would know, but the men that I'm around, even the women, I get great ideas and inspiration from them. My father, probably my biggest inspiration, because he a guy that I identify with, because he know the most about me. He's seen all the sides and the transitions, and he's been somebody I could really share myself with. And so him knowing where I started and believing in the trajectory of where I could go gave me the fuel to drive into it even more. I think that so many of us had a potential, but I mean, like they say, right, the grass is greener wherever you water it. So whatever you put your attention and energy into, it's going to work. You just got to, put it into it.
Keep nurturing it. That's right.
Yeah.
So speaking of where you started, where exactly did you start at on your art journey? What was the start for you?
Man,
You was writing on the walls at home?
Nah, that's crazy when you think about it. Art was my first love, art and cars. I love, like, I'm a car guy. I love cars. Like, that's my favorite thing. I love the design. I think they're sexy. I love the lines of them, like everything. It don't matter if it's expensive, old, new. I love old. Like, so as a kid, I would draw cars all the time. And my dad was a guy that had a lot of cars. So that was my first time actually falling in love with art. And I really was into it. Like, as a kid, you know how people got, like, games and all of that. I had a drafting table in my room and art books. But I'm from a place where you don't see artists. I didn't even know that was a thing you can make money doing. I didn't know somebody would, like, give me money for something I drew. Like, so that was kind of thrown out of my head, and it's like, hey, you need to find something real to do. And so that dream was deferred real fast, and you know, so it took me a long time to come back around too. But to answer your question, that is the first time I actually discovered art and my love for it, and that was before I could even talk.
Wow, that's dope though. So we're going to talk about the discouraging moments, right? Because as entrepreneurs, we have a lot of people to be like, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, even for me, my people around me, we used to say, stay at your job, because I used to have a good job. And they like, you need a 401k.
What is a good job?
Right, what is a good job? That was my thought. I'm like, this is a good job too, because I could create that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you do have people like that kind of discourage you, what is that moment? Because even as you got older, I'm pretty sure you had people you throw out an idea, they're like, nah, stick to what you're doing. Like, how do you overcome that? What advice would you give to, like, a current, upcoming entrepreneur or artist?
By that beautiful prayer you gave, I assume we don't curse on this platform.
Hey, be yourself. You can curse. God's still working on us.
Man, hey, look, man. Hey, for real. I don't want to ruin any sponsorships I have currently. But I will say, you give power to everything, right? What's a God to a non-believer? So for you to give person power over you in the way that they should elect what you do with your future and yourself, you got to think, why are you giving them this level of power? What does this person accomplish? What's qualified this person for me to give them so much control over me? And I think if you stop to do that first, you will kind of X that out your mind anyway. Because a lot of times you listen to people just because they next to you, but that don't mean that they qualified. Like, you wouldn't ask a plumber about health insurance, you know what I mean? Like health advice, or like, you want to get it from a professional, you know? So in that same sense, you should qualify anybody and make sure that you're getting an expert opinion, not from somebody who just know a lot of random things, but somebody that's actually doing it at a level that you admire and can aspire to do it at. So you should go and talk to professionals. And then some of them will also discourage you too. So at the end of the day, can't nobody tell you nothing. You just got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe, then, man, just go back to sleep.
Wrap it up.
You playing. But if you do believe, you can create any kind of outcome that you want. Like, man, I'm a firm believer in that, honestly. In this world, all you need is belief and confidence. You know, like, you don't got to know. None of us is getting paid for the things that we think that we selling. People just like you. But because you have a way about yourself that is so, it's so free flowing, you don't monetize it, you don't quantify it in a way where you feel like it's an actual skill that I could scale and do different things with. I should get paid from that. So you just keep giving it away. But there's people that's paying dearly for that thing that you're giving away, but you just don't know the value of it. So, man, just push. Like, we can talk about that all day, for real, because that belief has changed my life in so many ways. It's literally changed me.
For sure.
And it's not about working harder. It's only 24 hours in a day. You can look at everybody and be like, oh, yeah, I'm grinding. Like, man, the goal ain't to even just be grinding.
You gotta get some sleep. It's really freedom. Like, but I think everybody, and as entrepreneurs, we know this best, right? Have a different perspective, a definition of what freedom may be. And just because you do like multiple things, it don't mean you free. Because I feel like I work harder than the person with a 9 to 5.
Nah, for sure.
So, and then my time is more, spread thin than a person with a 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
I quit that 9 to 5 to be able to have this freedom that I really don't have yet. So it's about creating real freedom.
Yeah.
So it's like getting in the headspace for that.
What is
So
freedom though? Because I want to talk. I got questions too.
right, I'm still trying to figure it out.
I think it depends on
It's
what
really what you make it.
I think it's everybody have a different definition, but I guess I would like to know, what does freedom look like to you?
To me, it's being able to be there for my family, my friends, people that I really want to be there for and show up for and show up for
what does
myself.
that mean?
Like
Because you could be there now.
Well, if I work a 9 to 5, I probably can't because I know I got to clock in between 9 to 5. But me as an entrepreneur, I know if you got something at 2 o'clock, I can move my schedule around and be flexible.
Sometimes you got clients and people that you owe things
Right.
to and you can't. A lot of people say, right, because they like, oh, well, you work for yourself. I'm still working this job. I'm like, man, either way, the check got to come from somebody else's hands to get to yours. So you could fire one job and work for 20 other people. What's the difference? Is one better than the other?
Yeah.
I think so many entrepreneurs lead with their ego.
Yes.
And it just don't make sense. All of this is one, like, a job ain't always
it's not a bad thing.
Absolutely not. A lot of people just own their jobs and they call it entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But the goal is really, like you say, right, you want freedom, but you got to build systems so you can create a real organization that can operate independently of you. So you can go and be doing whatever you want to do and it's still working. But if you take a break from it and it fails, you just owning the job.
Yeah.
And then in that sense, you paying more to probably make less than a lot of times. It's some jobs out here that's paying amazingly and they remote and you can be happier and freer and have all of that.
I see people work from home. I'm like, dang, I wish I could do that, but I can't do it. So,
it look kind of cool to me too.
Right. Okay, so as an artist, right, what was the first thing that you got paid off of? Uh-oh.
So many things popped in my mind that I probably feel like I can't.
Talk about it.
Well, I first say that I discovered ways to insert my creativity in so many different ways, right? So when you talk about getting paid off of your art and create, like, what comes to mind? Okay, this is a good example I feel like I could share. When I was 18, I started a custom clothes and shoes business. And I was just taking like Air Force Ones and painting on them, murals and stuff like that, drawing on them and all of that. And I had friends who was in fraternities and sororities and colleges because I was like, I thought I was too grown for all that at this point. I had a place, I had a couple cars, and I was just young and stupid. And so I was selling these to my friends though. And I would say that was probably, no, even before then, I was doing, well, now I've been hustling since grade school.
Wow.
So like early on, I learned how to do like install stereo systems and customize cars, do interiors and stuff like that when I was in like high school. So I would charge my friends in high school to hook up their radios and stuff like that. I learned how to change brakes when I was like 5th grade.
Wow.
So, I mean, since really back then, but I always been trying to find a dollar since.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And did your dad teach you how to do all that?
Yeah, actually, that's my dog. Yeah. Yeah, he taught me how to change brakes when I was like in 4th grade, actually. And then I wanted a car so bad, I started saving up. I used to do all kind of just little hustles. And so I learned how to hook my stuff up. And then I'm like, well, I could charge other people to do this. So I started doing that when I was like 14. But I always had a hustle going. I've been, since probably like 8.
That's amazing. So how impactful was it to you to be able to have your father being black from Chicago?
Man, that's everything. That's my dog. I just talked to him. He's the person that let me know I ain't crazy, because everybody make you feel like you're crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when you break in the mold, you have to be a little crazy or outside of the box. I ain't just moving with the crowd for the sake of just moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to make things make sense to me and for me. And so to have somebody let you know, be a soundboard and let you know, oh man, nah, that I think that's a good idea.
That's amazing.
Just
Shout
having
out to
that,
your
yeah.
dad. We need,
Man.
we need more of that for real, that type of
For
support.
sure. Shout out to him. For sure. Shout out to him.
So you have Seven Green. What is Seven Green?
It's a platform for us to feel safe in the art space, right? We want to save lives with what we're doing. We have programming for children, for young kids to get them acclimated into the art space. We do a lot of different programs. We just came from, we did during Basel Week in Miami. We did a big exhibition down there. We also produced a panel talk with Scope Art Fair, which is one of the largest art fairs in the world. I think they had probably like, I don't know, maybe like 80,000 people coming.
Nice.
And so we produced a panel called Heroism. Every hero starts with her. It's about championing women in art. Because when I look around, I see all of these women behind the scenes making amazing things happen. But when it's time to get the light, some guys step up. And I just thought that was weird.
I love that you want to do that. Because, yes, that often is what happens.
Absolutely.
We're overshadowed.
Absolutely. I think that's weak, I come from a space of you look out for women and children. And when I look in the art space, I'm who in the same position or disposition as me being a young black guy in this art space, and it's women, you know? So, man, let me do what I can to just support our women.
Yeah. That's good that you saw a need for that and you took action, because we don't have a lot of people. We have people say that, but they don't really put it into action. So it just...
If you notice something that you could change and you don't do nothing,
no, for real.
Nah, that's just weird. That's weak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, okay, cool, and just go back in the house. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't respect that.
Because what you doing?
Yeah, I don't respect that. That's
For
some
sure.
sucker stuff, man.
So you have a space in Fulton Market.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was that process like? How did that come about? That's big.
I appreciate that.
Because, they don't be wanting, they don't want us everywhere.
It don't matter what they want. All that matters is what we want.
That's right.
What
and
we
you did
doing.
it.
Nah, for sure. Gotta put that foot down, both of them.
That's right.
Relationships. Relationships. I think, especially as entrepreneurs, I don't think enough of us value relationships. We think we could just keep our head down and keep working, and life just gonna fall in line.
Somebody will notice me.
Right. Nah, you gonna shipwreck. That's what's gonna happen. It don't make no type of sense in the world. Like, relationships is a big part of the job, because people hold access to avenues that we can't reach on our own. And a lot of times we're connected to a lot of people that can't do nothing for us, but they just like cool to be around. They make good jokes. But when you're on a mission, everybody gotta have a role. And so, I got a lot of great relationships, and my brother connected me with a guy who happened to, have some real estate over there. And we was talking for some time. It took a while to, like, I've been working on this for a couple of years. People ain't really knowing. But I started doing events over there. Just kind of for us to build our relationship and get more familiar with each other. But now we like real tight. That's my guy. But I always want to create representation for us in places that we aren't already. Because if I'm just doing something that somebody else did, what value am I really adding? I want to go do what I could do, the thing that I feel a lot of people may not be able to. I feel like if they could, then we'd already been in there and we'd have been talking about that person. So even in our city, right, we in the third largest city in the world. This is the best city in the world.
It is.
And, we need to be represented at the highest levels and the highest platforms, the highest stages in the city, So I do a partnership with NASCAR. I do a partnership with the Sears Tower to celebrate their 50th anniversary. This is a building that's been the most prominent figure in the city since 1973 at least. That's when they, it went up. And a lot of us from the city haven't felt comfortable being in there or even felt like we had a reason to be in there.
Yeah.
And so I partnered with them for a whole year to do exhibitions featuring all Chicago artists.
Nice.
And majority black and brown. And for a lot of people, that was their first time being in that building.
Mm.
And so it's like, let's do more. West Loop, we across the street from Google, we got Meta, we got everybody over here up the street from Soho House. Why we not doing things over there? Why are we just in the corners? And
Right.
I don't want to be over there. It's too small for me, man. You know what I'm saying? We walking too tall. We standing up too strong. We need space to stretch out and spread out and be great. And we need to be around the money.
Yeah.
And for me, I love building community. That's really what everything is about. Even the clothing line, right? Nobody's a nobody.
Nobodies,
It's
yeah.
about creating a community of people that share the same ideals, that want to encourage each other and be inspired by each other and collaborate with one another.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a stranger walking down the street, or somebody see you and you got a shirt that say nobody's a nobody, or a shirt that say dealer on it, somebody might say, hey, what does that mean? What is that about?
Mm-hmm.
They give you the opportunity to open up a conversation with a person that you may not have had before.
Yeah.
It's intention behind all of this.
Yeah.
And the goal is really the same. Build that community, create bridges, and elevate together.
That's right. So you seem very intentional, and that's amazing because that's definitely what we're missing. So you also had a collaboration with Nickelodeon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
for sure. We partner with them to do a beautiful day play in Pilsen. And we had NASCAR radio. We had the Turtles come. We had like real NASCARs on Halstead Park. And something like that had never been done.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I mean,
That definitely give hope to people in the city because there may be somebody like you, you know, a younger version of you, right?
Yeah.
That they don't know where to start. They don't even know what an exhibition is.
yeah. for
So
sure.
like we definitely are missing that in our communities, but you're providing that.
Nah, for sure. We got to. I think you got to get back to a city that gave you so much, and one that I know I took a lot from, you know, and so it's important to do the work. I find satisfaction in that, you know, to help me sleep better at night. I'm happy to go to talk to schools, you know, go to Art Institute and give a talk, go to Chicago State, give talks, go to high schools all around the city and give these talks. So you can see a guy that look like you that's from where you from. I remember when people would come and talk to my class when I was in high school, and it was like the squarest guy you ever
Yes.
seen in your life. Like, bro, I know you ain't never been over here. You don't know
Yes.
nothing about what we doing. You trying to tell us to go this way. You don't even know why we going this way. And you just trying to, you don't even know what we dealing with at home. You don't know nothing about us. But I'm the guy that you can't tell that to because I've been all the way out. I'm out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've
290
been,
Southeast.
man, I've been, not just outside, but just really being a
experiences.
part of what happened here, you know? So for me, like, my proudest moments ain't those accolades. It ain't got nothing to do with all these cool partnerships. That's cool. People will read about that. It's me being able to see guys that I know didn't see another way out. That's controlling a lot in a lot of these neighborhoods that still don't know. They just doing the best with what they was given. And I see these guys in some of my art shows, and they connecting and rubbing elbows with people that's running 9-figure businesses and up, you know, and finding the commonalities within each other and having that conversation. Their lives is changing after that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm proudest of. That's the thing that mean the most to me. All this other stuff, that's cool, but that ain't really why I do it, and that ain't where I come from. I want to affect people that come from where I come from, and not just in a geographical sense, but people that walk that walk,
Yeah.
because it's dark.
It
And you
is.
gotta find some light. So if we could create a little light for them, man, my job, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Same. And I think that's what we're here for, you know, reach back and pull other people out the water, right?
Sure.
So for aspiring artists and they want to enter an exhibition, how do they start?
Relationships. That's what everything starts from. Relationships. You can't do nothing without no relationships. Relationships. With the right relationship, you could fall into just an incredible position. You know, you could be featured at a huge exhibition during the biggest time in art. Or, you know, you could get a internship at a gallery just helping to hang art or cleaning up, or get a residency somewhere. Like, it's a lot of different places to start. But I think mainly just create good work. Create great work and tell a story. I see so much art that just look like fan art. Man, it's like, yo, I could tell you got talent, but what you saying though? you know, because if you ain't really got nothing to say, what we doing? People connect to the story.
Yes.
We got to be on a journey with you. We got to believe in you. But if you ain't giving us nothing to believe in, like I done seen 100 Kobe paintings, 100 Nipsey paintings,
Yes.
and I love both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I done seen every version already. I don't need a new one of those. Give me something that speak to your walk and your journey personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to be inspired by people, but what's your story? Put that spotlight on you and create work around that so we can actually appreciate who you are.
Mm-hmm. So what problem was Seven Green created to solve?
Easy. Creating that bridge to the art space, man. Creating a home for so many artists, but people who are just curious about the art. And it ain't just for the youth. It's for, you know, adults as well that want to get into the space and feel safe.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. We want to build a bridge into this space because everybody deserves the transformative power of art.
Mm-hmm.
It changed my life.
That's amazing.
I mean, I was on a whole different path before this. So to see how many of us got relatives that's in jail and you find out when they in there, you could draw.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, they was in love with art too.
Yeah.
But they didn't see the opportunities in it. And I just happened to get saved a different way. You know, my story went a different way. But I think that so many of us that are doing great things could have also been a part of these statistics because we wasn't aware and didn't have access. So let's fix that. That's really what, like I'm saying, that's what Seven Green is for.
Yeah. So what was your biggest challenge getting Seven Green off the ground?
You know, my answers, I feel like, gonna sound redundant, but I think that everything is really this simple, and it boils down to these simple things. A lot of times we just feel like they're so simple, we overlook them. It can't be that. Just believing. I honestly don't feel like it was any challenges, for real. Like, you just got to shift your perspective and shift your energy. Everything actually goes the way you want it to. A lot of times you don't realize that you're attracting outcomes that you don't want. So that's why it keep happening. Keep speaking about things out loud. You're putting it into action. Everything like we here right now, it started out as an idea. So you will this to happen. You manifest this to happen.
Yeah.
But it's all of the other thoughts behind that underlying thoughts that you really, truly feel about yourself because you can't get away from yourself and the truth about yourself. Nothing is easy. Nothing is hard. You just got to get it done.
Yeah.
And it will be done. You can get everything you want, but you got to have the audacity to actually want it. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, we paint ourselves into a corner by trying to dream so small because we feel like we look in our pockets and see what we have or better yet what we don't have and try to make something happen off of that. And it's backwards because you're starting from a limited resource so you can only go so far.
Yeah.
Instead of creating the biggest dream that you can create, the biggest vision, one that's so big that other people can see themselves inside of it and find value for themselves in it. And then you can get those people to be a part of your dream and make it a reality for you because it take a team.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the biggest challenge was the challenges that I had to face within myself before I even got on that journey because I was sitting with my brother. Shout out to Kevin Hundle, man. He's a dope guy and business consultant, and he's just doing a lot of amazing things, but he just overall a great human. And he asked me some time where he was like, G, like, what you want in your 10-year plan? And I thought about these things, right? And, I mean, one of them was to have an art center, but that was probably only a few years ago. A lot of times we just go and we don't take the time to write out what we want in 10 years and 20 years. Think about J.P. Morgan. He been dead a long time. We still doing business with him. That name and that mission and that vision is still alive. And a lot of us are young and we know what life can look like in 20 years. People, I feel like, man, looking better at older ages.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's the gram or what, but
Right.
you know, like it's everything. Like everything can be exactly as you want it or see it. So you just gotta have that audacity to see it in the biggest way. And also, like I was saying, when you realize you write down plans for like 10 years, 20 years, a lot of times you realize you can accomplish them in like just a couple.
Well, you're doing amazing, and congratulations on all your success because
Thank you
it's
very
big.
much.
You do a lot for the
Same to
community.
you.
So, what is one thing you feel like people don't know about G Green?
What's one thing they don't know? I love animals.
Oh, what's your favorite animal?
All in my business. I like cats.
Cats. So, has a cat
Not
ever
all
like?
of them though. I like you know why? I think because they have primal instincts. They just hunt stuff around the house. I don't like cats that just like lay around and don't do nothing, just out of shape. Like, nah, I want to see it go hunt.
My best friend like cats. The one that lay around the house.
Cats is cool. A lion is a cat. That's the king of the
So
jungle.
yeah, I guess a lion. You ever had an encounter with a lion?
Absolutely not, and I won't.
Go
I don't
what?
need that.
But you gotta go to Africa. You
Hey
gotta
man,
experience
I've had enough
that.
thrills in my life. I don't need to be risking it with something like that. I've been through enough already.
So because it's your favorite animal, have you ever like did an inspiration painting for a lion or?
First of all, I don't even be painting.
Okay.
I design my medium is people. I build community, and no, like I ain't. When I say I like cats, it ain't that deep.
Oh, okay.
It's just a random fact. You know what I'm saying? I
You ain't around here drawing
I appreciate a good nah, never. I appreciate a good meme here and there.
Okay.
That's about it. But nah, I
Okay.
think well, I don't know, maybe something more interesting. Just hyper creative. You know, I produce a lot of music and write for people as well.
Dope.
I'm always designing, like whatever it is. Like I'm really big into interior design.
Mm-hmm.
So like I study a lot of that. Like I be up at 4 a.m. looking at chandeliers. Just I love.
Gonna have to
interior
put you on a
design.
couple projects.
I love doing it.
So music and producing. How did you get into being that route?
Man, shout out to my brother, always cinematic, Logic. He taught me a lot about this space. My older brother, Tiffic, too, man. My brothers put me in the space. My family, I got an older cousin that was a DJ when we was kids, and he put a mic in one of our hands and a turntable in the other, and he's like, all right, man, y'all figure this out. And so we just always been into that. So we just love to create. It literally don't matter what it is. We create. Like I do a lot of different type of projects that I don't speak about. I really don't like social media so much, but I feel like people need some of this. But I come from a space where that, like, putting your business in the world was, that ain't what we do. So I still, kind of struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love to create. It's my happy place.
So, what habits or routines keep you grounded as a leader and a creator?
Reading.
What do you read?
Man, reading all the time. Man, and I be on like, me and my homies, we be up. I feel like we be doing a lot of things that you don't expect guys to be just sitting up doing. We be up talking about books and,
That's dope.
I'm starting a book club.
Oh, I'm gonna have to join.
Yeah, for sure, because I love having these talks. I love having elevated dialogue, talking about things we can actually use. Right now I'm reading this book my brother recommended for me. I love a lot of books, but it's called Outwitting the Devil. And it's an amazing book. Who was my guy? Same author from Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill. And so to think that this man wrote these books 100 years ago and they're still applicable today. It's a lot of times we think we're so special and we're not. People are people. We all fit into like a small amount of archetypes anyway. So all of our personalities is kind of accounted for. So obviously there's millions of people that are just like you.
Right.
But I'm not saying that we're not special, but there's systems that we can learn from other people that we can apply to ourselves that'll help us grow through the next things. One book that I really love that I feel like really changed so much for me is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's a beautiful book. It really speaks to the power of what you create and talks about, quantum worlds. And I'll give you just a small synopsis of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you think of every single thing in this room, right, from you to the mics, the table, the carpet, the walls, it all break down to atoms.
Mm-hmm.
We're all made of the same thing. And the atom is like 99.999% energy and 0.00001 mass,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if everything in this world is majority energy and such a small, like such a tiny amount of mass, why do we only focus on the physical mass of things? Why don't we focus more on the energy and the power of it and the power of what we have?
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.
Yeah, I'm big on energy, so I want to read that book.
Yeah, and what you can create though.
Yeah, with the right energy. So, as an entrepreneur, you do take risks, right?
Yeah,
So,
for
how
sure.
do you
Waking up.
determine what a risk, like what's the good risk and what's not a good risk, right?
I mean, at a point, you kind of have to know what makes sense, and you have to know your capabilities, your strengths and your weaknesses, your areas of opportunity, and you calculate it from that. You know what you've done. You know what's within your wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't just be out here doing reckless things, but taking a chance. To me, I don't really think I take risks because I have absolute confidence in myself and what I can do, so it ain't a risk. I'm going to do it. It's going to get done. My comfort zone is jumping off a cliff and building a plane on the way down. I ain't hit the ground yet.
Right.
I ain't hit the ground. Not even though yet. I'm not hitting the ground.
Right.
It's not happening.
I ain't going to hit the ground.
So, no, like, just, I think people be too scared to go.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't go, you'll be in the same position. And if you go and it don't work out, you'll be in the same position. So you only had the opportunity to win.
Yeah.
Just do it.
So your brand overall seems very positive, intentional. So how important is people knowing that 7 Green, G Green, that your brand stands for something and serves a purpose versus execution of what the world wants us to like do in the now? Because in a world full of people that want to go trendy,
Yeah.
You stand G Green.
Well,
How do you do that?
I always been a leader. I was a person before I got into this space. Before y'all know who I was already somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been that anyway. But to be real with you, I don't really care how many people, know that this would, this is good. Like, I'm not here to pander to people. I'm here to actually help people.
Yeah.
So the ones who need it gonna find it. And we in the spaces so they don't have to really look for us.
Yeah.
We already coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to sell myself to nobody, man. We doing the work. I just ain't here for that. I ain't that kind of person. It's that for real. So I don't gotta be trying to convince nobody. I don't even like selling, honestly. Like that ain't what I'm into. It don't matter to me if you know or not. We doing what we do, and the proof is in the pudding, and we just gonna keep doing that. I think it would be more valuable to somebody else to want to join in and be a part of it because you'll gain from that.
Yeah.
But that's we providing real value. So I'm not here to just sweat you about it.
Either you want it or not.
Yeah, man. Like if it's $1 million in the bag over there, I ain't gotta talk you into getting it.
Okay.
You don't want it. That's something. It's gonna find a home. Watch out.
Yeah.
You on the way anyway. Watch out.
So what lesson did entrepreneur teach you that a book can't?
You can't substitute for experience, and also time and wisdom. Some things only come in time. Sometimes you ain't developed enough to even digest some of the lessons.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I learned the majority of things in the street. You learn a lot of business. All business is the same. We all buying and selling products. It's an exchange, and to do these things, you got to have the same components. You got to understand the market. You got to understand your position in the market. You got to understand how to leverage yourself in the market. You got to understand relationships and how to leverage those. And you got to understand how to, it's all the same principles. One is just a dead end and the other one is wide open. So get into the field that's wide open and apply the same principles. It's gonna go up for you. To be honest with you, I wanted a gallery because I'm a person that's used to being able to control my environment and my space. If we talking in a past life, I gotta have a spot. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got a trap house. I ain't just floating around. I gotta have, you know what I mean? And we're gonna get in here and do it how it need to be done. It's gonna go my way. And so in the same sense, I can't just be around here floating, going to everybody else's things and having lackluster experiences at these other exhibitions. That's whack. I'm like, nah, we can get a spot, man. It don't take that much to rent a place, man. I think people be putting too much on it, man. You just do it. But maybe that's a skill that I don't value enough. But I feel like I've been in the jungle just jumping out here. So that's what I
mean,
do.
it's work for you, though. You're successful. You're reaching people. You're giving back. You're doing everything that you set out to do.
I appreciate that. I don't even think about none of that. I just be going to the next thing because we did what we did already. I'm looking for what we doing and about to do. Yeah. And I think that anybody could do this. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm gifted in special ways. God took his time with me or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think that I'm doing something that's beyond so many people. Like, you can do this.
It's attainable.
Absolutely.
You live in proof. So for an entrepreneur out there, they don't know where to start. They're scared. What advice do you have for them?
Don't be a sucker, man. Why you scared? Why you scared? You woke up today, you could have got hit by a car.
Yeah, amen.
You know what I'm saying? What you scared of? Like, ain't none of this gonna kill you. Not gonna die. You're not
did you
gonna
die?
die.
But did you die?
Think about the odds, though. I mean, right? A lot of us as entrepreneurs, you want to be an entrepreneur because you want to get away from a bad situation. You already in a bad situation.
Right. So how?
Something gotta give.
Yeah.
Go change it. Go get up and go do something. You being scared, just go lay down then and don't talk about it because you don't really mean it. Don't disrespect me and my time and my attention telling me something you don't mean. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you really about that or you really feeling this way, just go do it.
Yeah.
You either learn or it just work. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you're going to go up because a lot of times you got to get the information. If you don't try nothing, you ain't going to learn nothing. At least you'll learn what not to do.
Yep.
And then you add a little bit of what to do on top of what not to do, and you start figuring out, and you get a little higher. So either way, if you just take the step, it's going to work out. But it go back to believing in yourself, having belief and having confidence. You got to equip yourself, too. A lot of times, like, when you think about fear and what it's rooted in, you got two things. Everything in this world break down to either fear or faith.
Yep.
It's either rooted in fear. If you're questioning, don't ask me a million questions, man. Go do it because all you're doing is revealing how scared you are.
Yep.
Just go.
And the lack of faith.
You can have a million, like you'll see people that have all of these crazy strategies that they working and they just grinding away, just grinding. They just love to talk about how they grind. And then you get people who just feel like they floating through life. And they're like, I'm just going to work, it's going to work. Because it always work. And it actually be working for them. And you think, man, why? They just lucky. No, it ain't luck. They actually manifesting these things. They doing the mental work, right? Faith without works is dead, right? That's what the Bible say, right? But what is the work? It ain't sitting up pushing all the paperwork and typing on your computer. You got to do the work in your mind, do the work on yourself.
Mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, you got to be strong in all suits.
Yeah. And so, you know, when you actually doing a repetition, that builds confidence and the fear will dissipate.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you're scared because you ain't doing nothing to prepare for it either. So you just sitting around. Man, if you just doing that, you don't even deserve to be talking about it. Because what we doing? Why you talking?
Right.
You ain't did nothing. You just sitting on there, man, watch out. That's disrespectful to me.
Yeah.
Don't play with my time and I'm out here been killing myself about this. And you finna man, no, man, it's disrespectful.
I feel you.
You playing.
So Nobodies. How did that come about?
Nobody's a nobody.
What does that mean to you?
I'm gonna give you the story. It's funny. I said it before on another platform. Like the word literally is popping up in my mind in the dream, and I woke up in the middle of the night and just wrote it down. I kept seeing the word nobodies, but when I see the word nobodies, I always see nobody dies. Should have had a logo on me right now, but I see nobody dies, and it came from this belief that you die twice, right? It's African belief, culture. You die twice. The first time is in the physical, and the second time is when they say your name for the last time. But if your legacy is strong, people will never stop talking about you. And so in that sense, it's about encouraging people to do things today that's going to extend their legacy. I'm from an environment where I lost a lot of my friends super early. You know, man, elementary school, I've been losing friends, close friends. And it's gone. It's happening. You don't hear about it no more. It's over with. Yeah. I'm like, man, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I wish we was doing more. I wish we was valuing life more. I wish we was valuing each other more. I wish that we was doing things to make this time count more.
Yes. And more intentional.
Yeah. So that's really what it was born from. And nobody's a nobody is the phrase because I want to encourage people to know that you matter. You know, if nobody's a nobody, I mean everybody is a somebody. And I do think that everybody embodies traits and skills that they can use to do something amazing and makes them special and unique.
Yeah. That's dope. I love that.
Appreciate
when I saw it, I was like, oh, I like that. Okay, so what is your biggest motivation right now?
I shifted my perspective from playing defense because in that mindset, I was always feeling like prepare for the worst and just hope it go good. That's so terrible. You know, just these phrases that have been passed down just, you know, from generation to generation. And I realized, man, we ain't losing.
Nope.
We're not going to do none of that. We get everything. We want everything go our way. And let's see how many points we can put up on the board. Let's see how many plans we can execute. I love sharpening my mind. So when it's time to use it, I'm excited to do it. It's my best weapon. So reading more, learning more, collaborating more, and just seeing all the amazing things we can accomplish and set out to do and keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger.
What's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Oh, man. Man, fuck what they talking about. Go do that shit. Quit playing and go do it. Go do it now and don't stop. You the man, you got it. Everything, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Be confident. Be super confident. Be confident. Be super confident.
Be confident.
Don't play. We born in the systems that are designed to kill our confidence.
Yeah.
And we're placed around, even as children, we're placed around a bunch of adults who had their confidence killed. So they just breathe that into you.
It's trickling down.
And so with that, you can't do nothing. And you step in light, you tiptoeing, you don't know, you don't even know if you could walk in certain rooms. You know, like, a lot of friends used to ask me, like, man, okay, yeah, I'm coming to our show, G. Like, I mean, what should we wear? I'm like, what you mean? What you mean? Become as you are. What you mean? Man, yeah. Believe in yourself. You got to know if people ain't accepting you, however you come in the rooms, that ain't the room you need to be in. You know, there's always more struggle when there's a lack of space. But if you keep going higher, there's always more space. So if you're having a hard time with an idea, you're thinking too small. Go higher. Go bigger.
You gotta think big.
Go bigger. Think big. Think big. You better know it, big man. Think big.
Definitely gotta think big. And I just feel like any room, because a lot of people be like, oh, I'm trying to get in them rooms, but are you going to be yourself in those rooms?
Yeah.
Because you cannot get in those rooms and, you know, portray to be somebody else, because then your authentic self is not showing. So whatever you believe in is never going to show.
Yeah. And also with that, right, do you belong in some of these rooms, though? Because sometimes a lot of people, they looking at what they got to gain and never what they got to offer.
Yes.
Every room I walk into, I'm able to walk into this room because I got value to offer. And when I didn't have a resume and all these other things, Hey, I got some skills I can lend to you. I'll get it done. Whatever it is, I can figure it out and get it done. That's a skill. Get in there and be of value to people.
Yeah.
Don't just be coming in here trying to, let me, and every time you got your hand out for even advice, like, ain't no link up with me and pick my brain. I charge for consultations. What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna come to something where I'm giving a talk or we doing something like that, but like, hey man, I don't even have time for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of different things. I can't just be pulling away to just come, rap with you and you. And
Still
you
ain't gonna do nothing with the
playing.
information.
You ain't never playing. It's
You ain't gonna put it to work.
Nah.
So, where do you see 7 Green in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, right now, we are actually doing some renovations, so we're rebuilding it out to be even better. But museum,
That's dope.
all museums are nonprofits, and we ain't had a new one in a while. MCA is great, Art Institute is great, but we need something new. We need 7 Green.
That's right.
To be one that's of the people and doing more in the community and for the people. And also, we still collaborate with some of the other guys as well, the other organizations, the institutions. But what we doing and how we doing it is different. You can't duplicate it because, we got a different sauce.
You coming strong with it. I love that.
Nah, for sure. We can't play. We can't play at all.
Yeah, you not playing.
Man, we ain't playing. Man.
So do you offer any mentorship programs? Like,
I need to
because you
get
do
on
a
that.
lot of giving back and you're very
I do.
knowledgeable.
charging
Like, I've
people
listened to
for it.
your interviews. Like, you have a great personality. Like,
Thank
you
you.
really come from, like, where a lot of us in the city come from.
Thank you. I'm really from the city, though. I'm
Yeah.
really like, man,
I know.
trench baby, for real.
I did my homework.
Man, for real. So, it's rare to just find real people in this world.
It is.
And I know my purpose, and I walk into that. I walk with that, and I don't walk with no fear.
You ain't walking light.
It's just fear. I mean, you think about it, right? People, you get people that pray for God, that pray to God for the same thing over and over and over.
And they probably had it so many times at their fingertips.
First of all,
They
you
already
don't
got
trust
it.
him? You don't think he heard you the
Right.
first time?
Yeah.
Why you keep doing it? That is proof that you ain't trusting in God. So you really wasting his time. Stop doing that. Don't even come to him. You playing.
Me and my best friend was just literally having this conversation. It's crazy.
Man, I holler at him. We that's it. I don't even circle back on it. I expect it to happen.
I ain't gonna hold up the
We
prayer
gone.
line about it. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna put the work
talked
in.
about it. All right, we gone now. I ain't got to
Yeah.
huddle back up. He's perfect. He don't need to a refresher. You know what I'm saying? Why you playing with him like that? You
Right.
wasting his time.
That's right. So what legacy do you want 7 Green to leave and build?
Like I said, that bridge into the art space, making it a safe space, and really affecting lives and inspiring them in ways where we can save more lives through art. To me, you think about most artists, they are creating things to heal themselves. And for me, what I create is about healing me. I wish that I had known about so many things or was exposed to some of these things early on. I wouldn't have gotten to a lot of things that I've gotten into, but at the same time, I think I had to because it made me a person that's able to understand people in different places where most people won't understand them, so I can reach them differently. But man, the trauma tore me up, whooped me. Streets whooped me.
How did you overcome that? You went to therapy?
Nah,
I don't like therapy.
why not?
I mean, I ain't never tried it, but I just feel like I have to talk to somebody
You
relatable.
gotta talk, for sure.
So, I mean, my friends, I would say, are my therapists, right? Because we can relate. We come from the same areas of the city, been through some of the same things.
Yeah,
For me, it's being relatable.
Yeah.
Just like kind of what you're doing with 7 Green. You want to be able to let people know that, hey, I look like you. I've been through this. This is what you overcome. You're gonna have struggles and win
Yeah.
losses.
I just really want to be my best self. So I do the work. I get in
Yeah.
the mirror. It's my favorite thing to do. And I think a lot of people shy away from that. They don't have the difficult conversations. They don't look in the closets. They don't get all behind. They don't clean behind the refrigerator, man.
Yeah.
You got to get behind the stove sometimes. And people don't want to do that because they don't want to face it. But once you do it, it's over and you better.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary, right? Because I used to always like, dang, I see the, like, you see it. You feel the change. You see it, especially when you getting closer to God, closer to yourself and knowing yourself more. It's like, dang, like, this the better version of me.
It feels
It's coming.
amazing.
It is. It really
is.
does.
So, like, you get it used to that feeling. And knowing that you actually are getting better and you elevating, you want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just like that anyway. I want more. I just want more. It don't matter what it is. I want more of it. I'm here to play the game of life, and there ain't no cap on it.
I think that's the best game that all children should get. Life and Monopoly.
You know what's funny? I ain't never really played the game of life. I play
You gotta play
life,
it.
but when I'm saying it, I'm talking about like real life.
Yeah, I know
this
what
is
you're
a game.
saying, but the game of life is
Yeah.
very similar to life.
Man, I got.
So you gotta play the game.
Nah, for sure. This week.
I'm gonna send you the game.
Nah, for sure. Need that.
Cause
Need that.
it's life
That'd be
changing.
dope.
And Monopoly is my favorite
I
because
love
I'm a
Monopoly.
realtor, and I just tell everybody like in the layman's term, they're like, "Oh, I don't understand real estate." Monopoly. It's
Them
Monopoly.
the people that was losing. Like I remember being a kid growing up, playing with my mother all the time. I used to be so upset because she would kill us.
You was
all
stealing
the
from the
time.
bank.
Yeah, for sure. But it didn't matter what I did because I was so happy to just see the stack of money
Right.
whole time. Every time I land, she got a hotel somewhere. I'm like,
Pay
come
me.
on, man. Come on, man. We never finished the game because I was quitting.
You was quitting.
I
I
see
just
what
bought
it's
my
doing.
son Monopoly for Christmas. He keeps quitting.
Yeah,
it's
you
the
whooping.
Spider-Man Monopoly too, because he's only 5. But I feel like it's teaching him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he gonna be cold. He gonna value
for sure.
that
He
money.
cold now.
Yeah. He gonna know like the ropes. Cause
Yeah, money is a tool. People don't talk
Yes.
about that. Everybody want to get fly. That's cool.
yeah.
But money is oxygen. And when
Mm-hmm.
you spending it on things that can't bring you nothing back, you just shooting yourself in the foot. You killing yourself. You got to lay down.
Yeah.
All that. It's like even the music, right? We rap music is a young man's sport. So you listen to a lot of guys who don't got life experience and don't know nothing about nothing and just seeing a couple dollars for the first time. So you telling me all these stupid things to do. Man, I'm going to blow the money and get it back. Why I got to get it back if I already had it? Let
Right.
me just make more with it with this that I already got. Man, a simple book, right? The Richest Man in Babylon. Talk about the laws of gold and how to respect it and how to use it and compound it. And, you know, your money should have kids. And then they should get older and have grandkids. And then they have some offspring. Then you spend that. But don't just be, you got to understand how to, like, set things up, man. It's a lot that we don't understand now.
Yeah. It's a lot that we wasn't taught.
But I do get, right, on another level. It's funny, this type of talk, this is how me and my friends just talk all the time, right? People be like, y'all deep, but we don't, like, I ain't talking about sports. I'm talking about the game I'm playing.
You hear me?
And you know what I'm saying? So I can't talk about small talk and
Yeah.
all that. That give me anxiety because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm dying. I ain't gaining nothing from this.
Yeah.
But, like, what was I going to? Lost my train.
We were talking about conversations, money, how we spend it.
You good, right? So, like, yeah, so like these laws of gold and how they work and just how you actually use money as a tool. A lot of us. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I understand why we like that because we are in pain as a people, as a culture, and so anytime that you can get a break away from that pain, man, it's like lemonade on a hot day. You know, man, let me get this outfit on and just be somewhere different in a different headspace just for a little bit. But what I say about that is I don't like visiting luxury. I want to live here. If I like it a lot, it's like people that love going to hotels. You really don't like your house that much.
Yeah.
But you could make your place
You can
look
create
better
that.
than the hotel.
Yes, for sure.
So
Yeah.
I just think it's what you putting your attention into. You know, I appreciate that we in pain and we want to just get a break from that. But why get a break away from the pain when you can just get rid of the pain? You know, just hold back sometimes, have a real plan. Think about how many people in relationships without any plan.
Yeah.
You got a plan for everything else, but you just laying next to this person every night. I'm gonna call it on the guys, right? Because I feel like a guy should be the head of the household. Should be able to know something, like, you know what I mean. You hear a noise, go handle that. You know, like protection ain't just physical and being violent, it's mental, it's emotional, spiritual, financial,
Yep.
all of these ways. So how you laying down without a plan? You know, like, you can accomplish anything with a plan, right? You could have $1 million plan. It's just a number. It ain't that hard to get. You know what I'm saying? You could take a plan. This plan might take you 6 years it might take you 6 months. It might take you 6 weeks. But if you had like a real plan and we meeting on this, you know, you do all this when you go to work, but you can't come home and do it. So, like, we got to be very intentional about things, man. I think that's so weird to be in a relationship without a plan for it.
Without intention.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You just what you was lonely.
Right. Yeah.
You just y'all just going with each other.
Right.
Huh? This is high school.
I don't got time for that.
It's 2 people. Like, whatever you doing, you could double it. You got 2 people.
Yes.
You got 2.
And you know what I always say to him? Like, men be like, oh, I can lead. You couldn't probably lead me to Walmart.
Man.
So it's
they ain't leading themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you show me you're not leading yourself, I can't trust you to lead me, my children, and my future.
That's crazy.
And we can't leave it in my hands.
Because what's the point of having, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, nah, man, that ain't.
So, yeah. I feel you.
People out here just doing stuff, man.
So you were able to overcome your trauma. Do you think that
overcoming it's still there. But
I like that.
I also am aware enough to know when, you know, my emotions are in a heightened state. And to have a position and role to play like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
emotional intelligence.
Yeah, nah.
It's big. You gotta have it.
You gotta get in that mirror.
Yeah.
Talk to yourself.
That's crazy because I talk to myself in the mirror all the time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I talk to myself all day.
Me too.
Man.
I might even answer myself a little bit.
For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know? Because also what you got to think of, you communicating with billions of cells. And what you tell them, they do.
Yep.
You really have more power than you realize. A lot of times we wouldn't waste so much time and energy on things if we realized the power that we actually have. Like, you are attracting all the results that you get. It's not up to nobody else. You ain't just luck is having its way with you. No, man. You just ain't being aware of the things that you're putting out here. Yeah. All the doubt. You know, like, even the small things, it shows up. And you gotta kill it. You gotta stomp it down. We ain't got no space for that.
Yeah.
I don't let people say if around me.
Yeah.
I'm absolute on everything.
Or trying. You're doing.
Man, come on.
Yeah. Intentional.
I'm trying nothing, man.
I like that. So, G Green, tell us what's next for you. What's coming? Where can the people find you?
Man, y'all business, man. No, I'm joking. I think, ggreen.art on Instagram and 7greenart, SVNGRN on Instagram. Nobodies a nobody, Nobodies, nobody, Nobody. And that's where to find me. I think I'm just excited to, we got a lot of projects coming up. So this year we got a full calendar art exhibitions, and we're going to be traveling all around. Nice. We're doing more. Like, I got partnerships in Colombia, so we do a lot of things over there and work with a lot of artists from Colombia. So we're doing some really cool shows, some art fairs, partnering with several art fairs this year. So we got a full calendar. We're doing something every quarter. And, man, we just working on a lot of different things. Definitely got to stay in tune. It's a lot happening that I don't talk about as well, you know, side ventures, other businesses, you know, that I'm really excited about.
Tell us. We in your business.
But, you know, I feel like you got to keep the attention and focused on the right things. So I'm doing some things, but it don't necessarily require. I need hey, y'all are my family. I need y'all support on this other stuff. I don't even need y'all worried about that other stuff right now. We
I love
on
that.
This. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, if y'all follow G Green, y'all will find out and stay tuned to everything that he does have going on and coming up. G Green, I thank you for coming to sit down with me. This was an awesome interview, very impactful and intentional. I know it'll reach some great people that, you know, need this type of inspiration and help. So, y'all, this is Lauren the Solution Live. I thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure y'all follow G Green on all social media. All his links will be in the description for the video. And that is a wrap, y'all. We out.
Beautiful.